July 13th, 1941. In a moment of crisis, such as the one unfolding right now on the Eastern Front, it is natural for the Stavka to shuffle the most experienced commanding officers to regions of the front where they are needed the most. One of these experienced commanding officers I'm talking about is General Georgy Konstantinovich Zhukov, who has been previously appointed as commander of the General Reserve. However, someone in the Stavka must have drunk a little bit too much vodka, because this guy signed an order to send Zhukov to command the front where, honestly, not too many things are currently happening. Howdy folks, welcome back to the channel and welcome to the second episode of the third episode, the second part of the third episode of the of this new War in the East 2 online campaign. And so now the time has come, as always, to discuss about what's happening in Ukraine. And Ukraine, the 1st Panzer Group, let's say smartly surrounded the part of the bulge that I was forced to create because I didn't have enough movement points to properly pull back with all of my troops. And this is the first bad news. The other bad news is that the 39th Tank Division, again as expectedly, the veterans of the battles south of Vinnytsia have been encircled and they will be destroyed, I think, next turn. So there is, despite, let's say, having inflicted quite a number of losses against the enemy panzer and motorized infantry divisions, I don't see the point in launching a counterattack against these regiments over here, because then I risk of getting further units encircled in maybe an even bigger pocket, because I don't know what my opponent is planning to do here. So again, as always, it shouldn't be too much surprising at this point that I have to pull back, and the idea of this week is to pull back behind the Dnieper river. I will try to hold the line around Cherkasy in this heavily forested area. Then I will pull back behind this river. I will defend maybe Kamyanka, this airbase, and Kirov, maybe not, maybe just this river here, Kamyanka, this hex here. I will sacrifice this airbase for the greater good. I will defend Kirovograd, and then I will establish a defensive line behind the Ingul river. If I have to, I will pull back behind the Ingulets, but for this week, let's hold the line behind the Ingul. And yeah, I would say pretty much that's it. I don't think I have anything to mention or to say about the reserves. Or actually, yes, I do have one thing that actually I forgot to discuss about in the other episode, and is one interesting tweak of the that I found in the logistics report. And Zhukov is now in command of the Northwestern Front instead of Kuznetsov, which is kind of wasted over there, Zhukov, because Zhukov is good either in the Western Front or in the Stavka, but definitely not in command of the Northwestern Front. So when I will have enough APs, I will happily replace Zhukov with someone else. And then, of course, oh my god, my voice is leaving me already. And then, of course, I will adjust the chain of command by replacing some of the least effective leaders with more talented ones. But besides that, I would say there is nothing else that needs to be said. So, as always, folks, let's jump straight into the episode. Yeah, I don't know what happened and why the DE got chopped out from the recording, but still, let's dive straight into the episode. And what I wanted to do this week in this second part of the turn was to reorganize the defenses along the Dnieper River. The idea was at the beginning to remove and disband the fortified units, the MG artillery battalions that are standing around Kiev, because by this turn I already had a level 3 fortifications, most likely due to the presence of some engineers, upper battalions directly attached to the Southwestern Front, thereby providing some construction bonus to the 3 MG artillery units around Kiev. And of course I wanted to pull back in a decent order as much as I possibly could. I want to be honest, it took me some time, some efforts, and amongst these efforts I also wanted to reorganize my routed troops, and the my idea was to try and send these troops back to the reserve theater box, only to realize that you cannot send routed units away from the map. You have to wait until your leader passes the morale checks, if I'm not mistaken, and then the unit gets unrouted. And yeah, so for this turn I said, okay, fine, screw it, let's keep them over here. And besides messing around with the divisions of the Southwestern Front, and besides, say, suffering inside me in seeing that the Southwestern Front was still overloaded with troops, I also took care of the defense of the Ingol River by the troops, manned by the troops of the Southern Front in this case. And I've also shuffled around some air regiments to pull them back away from the front line, and to prevent the enemy from just displacing them in the next phase. And yeah, pretty much that's it. It was maybe a bit boring as I turned, because I had to micromanage pretty much all of the combat units. I had to reassign the units to the new armies. I had to take care of the units which were routed, and also the units which were, let's say, labeled as unready, because my rule of thumb is to put on refit mode all of the units which are routed and unready, because I want to make sure to have as many ready units as I possibly can on the map, basically every single turn. Even though, for instance, for the tank divisions, this trick did not really work, since I am running low already on I think medium tanks and heavy tanks, and also what are they called? The close support cavalry tanks, like the BT7 and BT5s. But still, I am confident that lacking these small elements of the ToE will not dramatically affect the combat performance of my units. And I would say that's all for this quick talk, folks. As always, enjoy the video, and well, I wish you all the best. Take care, stay healthy, stay safe, and I'll see you all again next week.
Родной сверкающее море, где под грядой крылатых облаков проходим мы в бушующем просторе, испытанной дорогой моряков. Где России и где проходили, всегда сражаясь за безопасность врагов. Rock! фронтов в сражениях легендарных. Советский флаг с победою пронес Балтийский, Черноморский, Заполярный и Тихоокеанский наш матрос. Шагал по горным тропам, размеряет парадовую прогресс Ленинград и Севастополь, вот самый светлый памятник ему. Еще расстается кормою родимая советская земля, но видно за погодой штормовою сияние звезд московского Кремля. Где не видеть больших походов флоту, края страну свободы и труда. Мы знаем наши партии заводу, мы знаем с нами Родина всегда. Когда гроза над Родиной гремела, и шли на нас 14 держав, ты грудью встал за ленинское дело и вышел в бой, винтовку крепко сжал. Бить без врагов, смелый упрям, трудным путем ты здесь прошел. Слава твоим бессмертным делам, слава тебе, комсомол! Слава тебе, комсомол! Когда страна из пепла и развалин вставала вновь для жизни трудовой, ты первый поднял домны на Урале и гордый город на Дону рекой. Ты без врагов, смелый упрям, трудным путем ты здесь прошел. Слава твоим бессмертным делам, слава тебе, комсомол! Подвиг твой благодарит, и тебе разве можно забыть, как когда-то трудный час нас сплотила война, и в душе ветерана-солдата след оставила вечный оно, были трудные бескрайних полях под Москвою наша с вами решалась судьба.